Continuation of our video lectures, alternating currents, part 4. Today we are going to discuss about the choke coil and transformer. Now this choke coil, again diagram here. The choke coil consists of an iron core on which copper wire is wound on this. It is connected to AC circuit, and the wire is thick wire, so whose resistance almost equal to 0, and this iron core is having high permeability and inductance also very high. Now here in this case, power is equal to ERMS into IRMS into cos phi, as it is LR circuit, like that is cos phi is equal to R by R square plus omega L whole square. As the resistance of this copper wire is almost 0, then what happens here? This becomes 0. So cos phi is equal to 0. Then what happens? The average power will be dissipated is equal to 0. You will get here. Average power dissipated in this is 0. Now here in this case, heat loss are very less. In the choke coil, the heat loss are very less. So here, that is choke coil where heat loss are minimum in AC circuits. If you use inductor, like power losses will be minimum. Generally, if you use resistor, I square R will be, heat loss will be there. But in choke coil, as you are using inductor, and it is reduced with the help of a that is choke coil means it consists of inductor and resistance is almost 0. So that device we call it as choke coil. Now here in this case, power is 0, average power is 0, so average power dissipated in the choke coil is 0. So therefore, this choke coil is used in fluorescent lamps, okay, operated in AC circuits. This is about the choke coil. Now, next we have got the transformer. Transformer is a device, is arrangement like in which large AC currents at low voltages is converted to small currents, high voltages, and vice versa, reverse also we can do, and it is called as transformer. Now if it converts lower voltages to higher voltages, it is called as step-up transformer. If it converts high voltages to lower voltages, it is called as step-down transformer. Now in this, this transformer consists of two coils, primary coil and secondary coil. This is, you have a laminated core here. There is a laminated core, insulated, thick insulated copper wire. One of the coils, these coils having here, these copper turnings are made to rotate the wind up around the laminated core here. One is called primary coil, other is called secondary coil. Suppose if the primary turnings are less, secondary turnings are more, it is called step-up transformer. And if your primary turnings are less, primary turnings are more, secondary turnings are less, is called as step-down transformer. Now here in this, what happens? See this, as you know, this coil consists of two coils, primary coil and secondary coil, which are insulated from each other and wound on a common soft iron laminated core. Okay, the core is laminated. Why? Because to avoid the eddy current losses. Okay, now here in this case, a source of the alternating EMF is given to primary. Thereby what happens? And here alternating current flows through the primary coil, and there is a magnetic flux produced in the core, and magnetic flux passing through it changes continuously, due to which an EMF is induced in the secondary, and it works on the principle of mutual induction. Transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. Okay. Now here, and an alternating EMF of same frequency induced in the secondary coil. Now by Faraday's laws of induction, if you write this formula, NP is equal to d phi by dt, induced EMF. Induced EMF in the secondary is Ns d phi by dt. Now here Es by Ep is equal to Ns by Np. That is his first equation. If the transform is ideal, if you are 100%, that is power in primary is equal to power in the secondary, we can equate. Then power in the primary Ep into Ip is equal to Es into Is, we can write. Now you can write Es by Ep is equal to Ip by Is. If we equate this one and 2, what you get? Es by Ep is equal to Ns by Np, and here this is Ip by Es means Ip by Is. That is number of turnings directly proportional to EMF or voltage. Also you can write voltage in secondary by voltage in primary, number of secondary turnings by number of primary turnings. Here this is Ip by Is, we can write. These are inversely proportional. Number of turnings and current are inversely proportional, whereas voltages number of turnings are directly proportional. Now this is Ns by Np is equal to R, will write. This is called transformer ratio. R is called transformer ratio. In this, if R is greater than 1, number of turnings are more in the secondary than primary, it is called step-up transformer. Suppose R is less than 1, if you take R is less than 1, it is called step-down transformer. Okay. Now here, what are the, this is about the transformer. Efficiency is equal to output by input, we can write. And what are the energy loss in the transformer? So here, when there is alternating current is passed through the primary and secondary coils, and then what happens? Heat is developed in the copper turns. This is known as copper losses. And then eddy current losses. Some eddy currents are produced in the core of the transformer, and here to avoid eddy currents the core is laminated. To minimize the eddy current losses, the core of the transformer is laminated. Now again, hysteresis losses, energy losses due to repeated alternating current is repeated over a complete cycle, magnetization through complete cycle of magnetization, and it is converted into heat. So this loss can be minimized by making use of the core of area of hysteresis loop as minimum. If area of the hysteresis loop is minimum, then we can minimize the energy losses. So we can use the core as, using the core of magnetic alloy, if we use, then you can minimize the losses. Okay, this is about the transformer. Working of transformer, it works on the principle of mutual induction. This formula you remember. For problems we use this formula. Okay. Now next we have problems. One problem I will do, which has appeared recently in NEET exam. That is here. We have the problem as in a LCR circuit. In a series LCR circuit, a resistance of 100 ohms is connected to AC of 200 volts, of angular frequency 300 radians per second when only capacitance is removed. Only capacitance is removed. When only capacitance is removed, the current lags voltage by pi by 3. When inductor is only removed, when only inductor is removed, the current leads voltage by pi by 3. Okay, now calculate current, power dissipated, and power factor. Power factor. These three you have to calculate. Now you know here LCR circuit. This is omega L. This is omega C. 1 by omega C. This is R. Here tan phi you have. Tan phi is equal to, that is tan phi how much here? 60 degrees. Here also phi is equal to 60 degrees. Now tan phi, if you take tan 60 is equal to omega L by R will get. Again tan 60 is equal to 1 by omega C by R. Both are equal. Now both are equal means XL omega L is equal to 1 by omega C by R getting cancelled. XL is equal to XC. XL is equal to XC means what? It is a pure resistive circuit. Pure resistive means phase angle is 0. Then power factor is equal to cos phi. Cos 0 is equal to 1. This is asked in NEET exam. Power factor asked. What is 1? Question is same only. Power factor asked. Next, current. Current is what? V is equal to IR. I is equal to V by R. Voltage how much here given? 200 volts. What is resistance? 100 ohms. Current is 2 amperes. Then about power. Power is equal to I square R will write. I how much? 2. Resistance how much? 100. So power is equal to 400 watts. This is, instead of giving it is a resonant circuit, he has given indirectly a hint like lagging behind by pi by 3. Accordingly we calculated. It is a pure resistive circuit and the problem become simpler here. Okay. Thank you.